So US law basically says if you support terrorism, you don't belong here. You're not coming in, and if you're already here, you're not staying here. It seems like a pretty simple concept, right? Not according to the radical left. You're about to watch Senator Josh Hawley absolutely destroy a liberal activist attorney who defended a pro-Hamas rioter staying in America. And this guy was bad news. He's currently being sued for physically assaulting and harassing Jewish students. He assaulted Columbia University employees and is also being sued by the victims of October 7th. And still, this attorney is testifying that by making him leave and deporting him is making Jewish students less safe. You're about to get a front row seat at just how broken our universities and institutions are. This is Andy with TrendingPolitics.com. And if you love content like this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Here we go.
Mr. Stern, if I could just start with you. I see that 5 or 6 days ago, you gave an interview in which you said that the removal of Mahmoud Khalil, the pro-Hamas foreign rioter, is a form of McCarthyism and makes Jewish students less safe. Now, this is an individual who has been accused of endorsing and espousing terrorist activity, who has been accused of lying on his application to a green card in the United States, who is currently being sued for terrorizing and assaulting Jewish students. Do you stand by your view that trying to remove him is a form of McCarthyism?
Absolutely, Senator.
Why in the world would that be the case?
Let me answer. He hasn't been charged with the crime. The clear predicate for this, White House said, was handing out pro-Hamas propaganda. When you start talking about people's views and what they're talking about in the public square as a basis for discrimination, and then the effect on Jewish students, it's not just the fact that Jews may be seen as, well, we're pushing this and that's going to happen. The way that this is going to harm Jewish students is it harms the academy.
Wait a minute. My time is limited. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just wait a minute. I've got to correct numerous inaccuracies there. Number one, as you very well know, United States law says that a non-citizen is inadmissible for entry into this country if they, and I quote, endorse or espouse terrorist activity or persuade others to do the same. That same law provides you can be removed for the same reasons. That is what Mr. Khalil has been accused of. He has further been accused of by the United States government lying on his visa application. That on its own would be sufficient to remove him from this country. He is being sued, as you and I sit here in New York court, by the victims of October 7th for terrorizing and assaulting Jewish students, unlawfully taking over and damaging public university property, and physically assaulting Columbia University employees. And you're telling me that it's McCarthyism to remove this individual?
Senator, the deportation was started before that lawsuit, before that second question about what he was saying on his forms.
No, this is what the government has alleged in open court, Mr. Stern. This is the basis for their removal proceedings. And our law makes clear if you endorse or espouse terrorist activity, you can be removed from this country. He has done so. He's been accused of doing so from the beginning. He's been accused of lying to get into the country. I'm amazed that you're saying that this is McCarthyism.
Senator, you weren't here when I quoted part of what Justice Brandeis was talking about the back at a case where there's somebody that was convicted for supporting the Communist Party because they were talking about violence as a political solution. And Brandeis cautioned us that this type of robust speech, as long...
This isn't speech. Lying on a visa application is not speech. Seeking to assault Columbia University employees and Jewish students is not speech. You are defending an individual who has espoused the destruction of this country, the destruction of the state of Israel, the destruction of Jews, and has taken actions in furtherance of the same. You've also said that investigating the 60 colleges and universities that are currently under investigation by the Trump administration for anti-Semitism is a form of weaponizing anti-Semitism for political benefit. You're opposed to investigating these institutions for anti-Semitism?
Senator, I've been very clear that OCR has a very important role, that there are complaints that should go through the process. When you start using the Department of Justice and threatening universities' funding.
You are opposed, I just want to get this on the record, you are opposed to investigating investigating Columbia University and others for anti-Semitism?
No.
That's what you said 6 days ago.
I am not opposed to doing it the right way.
What does that mean, doing it the right way?
Not to claw back funds, not to say we're holding you ransom. We're getting your faculty, Jewish...
You were asked about an investigation for failing to protect Jewish students, and you said that's just weaponizing anti-Semitism. It makes students less safe.
It is when the Department of Justice has a list of places they want to go to. The Senator Markey's question...
Oh, I heard Senator Markey's questions. I heard his whole speech. I thought it was insane. I just want to say for the record, I thought it was totally insane. And I think your positions are similarly insane. I think the idea that we would bend over backwards to hug and kiss and make nice to a pro-Hamas rioter, because that's what Khalil is, and that we would say, we can't remove him, and that makes Jewish students less safe on our campuses? That's nuts.
Senator,
that's nuts.
To Rabbi Saberstein's point, if you look at American history, the times when Jews were most vulnerable was during the Palmer raids in World War I, when there was political...
Jews are vulnerable now on our campuses because of people like Khalil, and I want to say for the record, I'm glad he's gone, and I hope he never comes back.
So Hawley didn't just expose that one attorney. He exposed an entire broken mindset infecting our campuses, our courts, our youth, our college students. This is real. Under US law, if you support terrorism, if you espouse terrorism, you're out. Period. And yet this activist tries to spin it as McCarthyism. It's not. It's rule of law. Assault Jewish kids? Get deported. Support terrorism? Get deported. It's very clear, and it's been this way for a very long time. The bottom line here is that anything that the Trump organization does, any person that it deports, the left has a problem with, because it's Donald Trump's administration that's doing that. It's Donald Trump's administration that's fulfilling its obligations and its promises that led him into a landslide election, a historical election that we support. And the worst part about it is the left isn't confused about the law. They know exactly what the law says. It's that Donald Trump's administration shouldn't be supporting the law, because Donald Trump should not be about the law of rule and order. Every single person that we deport is one step closer to stopping the radical left in their tracks. And the fact that this even had to be brought up on the Senate floor should terrify us normal Americans that have free-thinking logic. This is what moral collapse looks like, up close in real time. Hawley won this argument because he told the truth, and the truth doesn't need a lawyer's permission to slip out. Every conservative and every decent American needs to watch moments like this and understand that we're not debating anymore. We're not discussing differences. We're in a fight for the soul of this country, and we are in a fight for law and order. We're dealing with people who will defend terrorists before they defend American citizens, who would rather protect rioters than Jewish students walking around on their campus that want to feel safe. We're dealing with a movement of twisted free speech ideas that turn these free speech ideas into a weapon to excuse hatred while trying to silence anybody who speaks truth or anybody who shows the truth on videos. It's 100% common sense to say that if somebody supports terror, they shouldn't be in the United States and they shouldn't be granted a visa. And if they lie on their visa and assault people and physically attack people, they should be deported. What happened to common sense in this country? This is Andy with TreadingPolitics.com. And if you're tired of watching our leaders excuse chaos and call it justice, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because we're just getting warmed up.